It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. How late am I? Oh, I'm almost damn near. I'm almost 30 minutes. I was supposed to be done at 7 o'clock so I can go watch the football game. And here I am just now getting started at 6 minutes to 7. But thank y'all for rocking with me. I don't know why I be setting them lives up 30 minutes apart from each other, knowing I talk too much. Knowing I talk too much. But anyway, we are here for the challenge. Now, as you saw from the title of this video, the cast has been tweeting. There have been a few Twitter beefs. There have been some interviews and people retweeting and commenting about certain interviews. I tried to write down as many notes as possible. I had all the tweets on my phone, but y'all already know what time of year it is. Y'all already know it's the busy time of the year for me at work, so I didn't have time to make a slideshow of all the tweets, but we're going to go over all the beef and all the drama. And if you want to see the tweets, most of them I retweeted and you can see on my page. Where do I want to go? Where do we want to start? A lot of y'all talking about West, but I kind of want to save Laurel. Hey, Stormy girl. Is it you, Stormy, that's in first place on one of our fantasy leagues? I was hating a little bit because, you know, I like to be in first place. But shout out to you if it was you that's in first place. But I was hating. Anyway, y'all, before we get into it, please like the video. Please subscribe if you're new. And please share the content. I appreciate everyone who shares my content because we are trying to grow the channel. Okay, let's just go down the list. I kind of want, because all the rest of these involve Laurel. So let's get the one that does not involve Laurel out the way. Nia, it was you. Okay, congratulations, girl. Congratulations. Nia versus Tina. Nia versus Tina got way more deep than I thought two ladies who were friends should have got. Now, we saw on the show where, Cokie, you go bachata dancing every week. I did have a great time. That is from the Survivor video. If y'all missed it Friday night, I went bachata dancing for my friends. How old is she now? 51, 52? I forget, but my homegirl Tamiko, y'all heard me say Tamiko's name plenty of times. We went bachata dancing for her birthday. But it was great, and I do want to go back. I want to do it again. But Nia and Jordan won last week, and of course, they chose to vote in Tina and Darrell versus Nehemiah and Aviv. Because Nehemiah is Nia's brother. They have a relationship. I saw the tweet. Nia said from All Stars 2, 3, whichever one it was, they talk many times a week, hours at a time. They go out of town. They visit each other. They have a true friendship where it sounds like she catch you when she see you, Tina. So you can't be mad at that. I really don't care about how it all went down on the episode. I care about the tweets. And so let's get into them. So it started with what she said. Somewhere, the tweets might be out of order, but we just going to discuss them. How did it start? Okay, this is the first one. Nia says, y'all watching the new episode of the challenge? What's it giving? And Tina come back and say entitlement. And I was like, oh, entitlement? Nia ain't no more entitled than what? Ryan. The same way y'all been saving Ryan and Derek all season. The same way KC, ain't nobody even thought of KC's name. Is she on the show? So why is Nia so entitled? Right, Tina would protect Rachel over Nia, period. If that situation was reversed and it was Nia up for elimination, and it was only 4 people left in era 3, and it was Rachel who had 10 people left on her team, and Tina had to pick, Tina would not have gave a damn if Nia's team was at the brinks of destruction. She's saving her girl Rachel, and I don't understand why Tina is going in so hard on Nia. Somebody commented, said, "Nah, Nia, you earned your win and you made the decision. Thank you for showing out. I see how sister and brother you and Nehemiah are. Tina not saying Rachel's name over you or Minnie. Wave that entitlement t-shirt, boo." So I guess they saying the same thing you just said, Dabu. Now, Tina says, "Keep your head on a swivel, Nia. You no longer are privy to my intel. Let's see how far this decision on the challenge season 40 takes you." Okay. Keep your head on a swivel. Nia responds by saying, instead of the cryptic hints, or as I would call them, subliminals, on your way out. Read, Nia. Nia said, instead of dropping hints on your way out the door. If you were really my friend, then you would have flat out told me that Jordan doesn't have me as one of his numbers like you thought he did. You didn't do that. So instead, I went on to play believing in my own, Lord, what is this? Naivety, which is fine. It wasn't your job to save me, but a real friend would have spilled tea, mad or not. So apparently, Tina knew something that was going down with Jordan, and Jordan really not having Nia's back. But girl, Nia, I ain't even have to be on the season 40 to tell you Jordan didn't have your back. Not when Laurel and Tori was sitting their asses over there. I ain't have to tell you. I could have told you that. You ain't need Tina to tell you none of that, Nia girl. But anyway, so apparently something Tina knew that she didn't spill to Nia, but who cares? She said, oh, this Nia. She said, trust and believe I peeped it, and I moved accordingly. I knew from the minute he gave the trivial to Laurel that I needed to start figuring out what was happening. I knew Tori was his number 1, but I thought I was his number 2 without even asking. So it was dumb of me to assume. But the streets are saying I wasn't even number 3 or 4. To be continued, I guess. So we all know Tori is number 1. I'm assuming Laura was number 2, but she said she wasn't even number 3 or 4. Who else could Jordan have prioritized as number 3 and 4 over Nia? I ain't gonna put your comment on the screen, but I'm with you. Like I would have never. Jordan and Nia were always toxic from the real world. I don't even see how they got to be cool, but I would have never trust him. But okay, so we got. Does he put Cara in front of Nia? Maybe KC in front of Nia? Like, I just don't see him putting anybody else in his 3 or 4 position. But Nia said she wasn't number 3 nor number 4. I guess they do got beef, Dejan. Let's keep reading because Nia then puts up a poll. Let's ask the audience, was I wrong for saving my closest ally and bestie Nehemiah over Tina or Darrell, who previously made me a target? I didn't even remember that. Vote valid or vote whack. Tina comes back and say, I vote wiggity whack. You can't ask this on your thing and not expect it to be biased. You can't be serious. Nia responds, I just hope you keep this energy at the reunion. I do too, because I thought y'all was friends. I didn't think this whole vote in elimination was going to tear y'all friendship down. But Nia said, I hope you keep the same energy at the reunion and not just here on with your Twitter fingers. Come say this shit to my face. Now, Nia, one thing I know about Tina, she gonna keep that same energy, and I can't wait to watch it. I can't. Y'all better not cut it out, because you said several times that you understood, accepted, and forgiven my game move in off camera and in our conversations. You said, I understand you had to save him, but I could still be mad. Those were your words. So if you, she said pretty much, let's paraphrase it. Naya said, you forgive me or not? Because if it's not, bitch, move around. Stay out my face. Go ahead and block me, unfollow, whatever you got to do. But you said you forgave me, and now you on Twitter with your Twitter fingers. Let's keep going. Tina said, I did say all of those things and I meant it. To be continued. You know, I got that fire. Can you handle the heat? Naya said, yeah, but just keep it cute because I'm sensitive. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Well, no, Naya said the wackest part of this is I wholeheartedly loved and respected Tina in my real life, and she knows this. I get that she didn't like my vote because it didn't benefit her, but the narrative that I lied, betrayed her on an unfulfilled promise is insanity. I promised one man in that house before we got on the plane that I was protecting him, and that was Nehemiah. Okay, so that's Naya versus Tina. Maybe Tina was just in her feelings because she just watched the episode back. But I do kind of agree with Naya. Like, off camera, I apologize, and you understood it was a game move, and we was cool. And now that the episode come back on, you trying to blast me on Twitter again. I would be in my feelings too. Naya and Jordan, yep, it's from 2012. You dummies have watched him for years, and then in 2020 you get offended. What? I'm confused with that mean Dabu. And that was a lot of curse words for me to put up on my YouTube. Then don't have beef. Basic scroll on their IG and shows you that. Oh, they don't have beef. Well, what was all of this? I guess Tina just had to get it out because she just rewatched it. I don't know. But it seemed like they had beef to me. That sounded like beef to me. Naya is better than me because I would have blocked. Right. Because they was doing a lot of back and forth. That's one thing I don't do on Twitter. I do like to interact with people on Twitter, but I'm not gonna fight you on Twitter. Like, I'm gonna say what I gotta say, maybe twice. I might say what I gotta say. You say something, and I might clap back one time. But after I respond the second time, I'm gonna let it go, and I'm gonna let you argue with yourself because I don't care. Right? Tina would have been arguing about herself, but at the end of the day, I want to know who is number 3 and 4 on Jordan's list. Because I just can't think of anybody. Maybe Casey, because Casey is a part of the Peace Up, A-Town Down. But I can't think of who else Jordan would. Maybe Kylan? Rachel? Does this turn into a partnership game? Because I don't understand. Like, I can understand Jordan being messy if it turns into eventually they're going to run this in partners. Because we all know it's not going to be no team final. We all know, I already told y'all, it ain't really no spoiler. It's just a breakdown of the show. Come episode 10, it's no longer going to be teams. I thought it was going to be an individual game. So I can't see Jordan prioritizing someone over Naya unless it's going to be some kind of partnership game. And Jordan might want to run a final with Casey or, like y'all said, Rachel over Naya or Cara. Like, I just don't. I guess we're going to have to wait to episode 10 and see. Probably Rachel and Casey. I only say Colin because Jordan and Horacio are close, and Horacio and Colin are best friends. I can't see Jordan one that, but then again, I think Jordan is cocky enough to where he thinks he can beat anybody. Rachel, Casey, Aviv, Jordan will prioritize any gym rat not named Cara Maria over Naya. What does Jordan's list have to do with Nia protecting Nehemiah? It doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just something that Tina threw in Nia's face, saying that you wasn't even his number 3 or number 4. So I was just wondering who was Jordan's number 3 and number 4, because I would expect Nia to be Jordan's number 2. Like Tori is number 1, Nia is number 2, but I guess not. Let's get into Laurel, since all the rest of the tweets have to do with Laurel. Let's get into Laurel versus Michelle first, because that was the simplest one. Can I play that? Home. I gotta see if I retweeted it. I might not have. I did. There was a moment where I guess I ain't even gotta play this. Anyway, it is an Instagram live between Ryan and Michelle, Purple Jacket, over here. They're discussing, how Laurel is the bitch in the house. We get it. Michelle is no longer a layup. I mean, all she did was a math problem. I told y'all I could have got out there in that sand and pulled them bars and glass doors, and I could have got 670 times 2. But hey, I guess if you can do your flashcards, you're no longer a layup. In the challenge realm, that's where the challenge is going. I kind of want to discuss that, but I don't want to get sidetracked. I did want to eventually discuss, is the challenge getting too easy? Because it's not the 5th sport anymore. Like, in the past, we never have to do math equations. But anyway, Dejan, I know you love Michelle. And Michelle is growing on me. I don't know what it is about Michelle and Devin. Maybe it's Michelle and Devin might take down Bananas. We'll see. But I kind of, she ain't on my last nerve this season. But anyway, Michelle, this past week, we learned about her brother and his accident, and that he has some kind of brain injury. And Michelle was just stating she was in a room with Laurel, and they were having conversation in general, not about nothing too much. And she was talking about her family. And when Laurel walked out the room, she was saying to somebody, damn, I'm never going to get them 30 minutes back in my life. And Michelle felt some kind of way, because once she said it loud enough for Michelle to hear, and she felt like, well, damn, I was talking about my brother and his brain injury, and Laurel's just a bitch. It ain't nothing else to she's just a bitch. She's not very sensitive. Does she even like animals? Like, I don't even see her having good bedside manner to be a doctor, even to animals. Like, maybe that's why she a animal doctor. I don't know. Y'all know I love my dogs, so I don't know. She's just a bitch. There's nothing else to explain that, but that she's a bitch. Up next, let's get into Laurel versus Darrell. Now, I got to read this. Wait, what you said? According to Colin, Era 1 did not want any headbangers. I mean, they couldn't handle, look, they ain't had to bang their head yet, and they was already broken down. They backs was out. CT back was out. Was Derek's knee? I'm sure Anissa's ankle was getting ready to go at any minute. I mean, they ain't have to do too much. They're my age. I almost twisted my knee at the damn bachata lessons, but I just was having so much fun. I was in there turning the bachata into the electric slide. They was laughing at me, but I was having a good time. But when I got home, I put a little bit of my Charles Warren Presents on my knees, and I laid down. I sure did. I wouldn't want to be in my 40s or almost 50s, hall brawling and head banging and all that mess. They asked still lost. It was math. Darrell did not have to get in the sand to do 670 times 2. You could have just did 670 plus 670. Bam. Anyway, Angie, not everybody loves math like you. But anyway, get to Darrell's story. Darrell calls Laurel a bully and says it's not healthy. He says it's disappointing for such a smart woman. I don't know what is happening to her. He says, let's get to the nitty gritty. I don't want to get Laurel fired up. I'm going to save this for the reunion. I don't know what's going on with her. She done lost her damn mind. While we were on the bus, I was sitting next to Avery, and somebody was throwing peanuts and hitting me in the back of my head. Darrell said, I stood up and said, whoever the fuck is throwing these peanuts needs to stop. As I look around, I saw Laurel's face, and she probably did one of them guilty, one of them dumbass faces she does. And she looked guilty. And I said, male or female, if you hit me again, that's your ass. He didn't say all that, but that's pretty much what he said. Let me read his exact words. Let me not paraphrase. He said, I stood up and said, whoever the fuck is throwing peanuts needs to stop. I looked around and Laurel had a guilty grin on her face. He said, I then said, male or female, I will beat your ass if you hit me with another fucking peanut. And I was shaking and trembling because I was so angry. I've been there. I know what it's like to be so angry. Darrell is angry. These are his words. Laurel continued to behave that way towards him all season, and he says, I think she wanted me to react in a way to get kicked off of the show. He said, like, when I'm on the bus, she'll come in my area, standing by me, making sure I know her presence is known. And I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. And she's trying to bully, and I'm a male, and she wants me to snap or do something stupid. I didn't feel like I was protected enough. I should get a restraining order against her ass if we do a show again. I 100% agree, Darrell. I 100% agree. Like, that is what she's doing. She's being intimidating, not in an aggressive manner, but she's being annoying because she knows that a black man, let's just call it for what it is, not just a man cussing out a woman, because we done seen Bananas, Wes, plenty of men cuss out plenty of women on this show, but it will look extremely bad for a black man to curse out a white woman, and you start with them white woman tears, which we know you can do. That's going to make him look bad. It's going to put him in a position to lose his temper against a female, and then he gets kicked off the show. Not even saying that Darrell never mentioned in any kind of way of losing his temper physically, but that he may snap and say something to her that would be a bad look. And I hate that people don't see that she does this. She does it all the time. She picks and picks and picks. She can yell, she can scream, and when it's over, she'll do little stuff to be in your space instead of giving you the space to be free. She'll want to be in your space, so when you cuss her ass out, she can go play the victim. Like, you see her cussing me out? Like, yeah, bitch, we need to continuously cuss your ass out. We need to make you uncomfortable. And this is going to tie into something that Wes says, so let's just go ahead and get into Wes versus Laurel. But I don't like that she did that to Darrell. I don't like that she did that. Listen, they give Amanda nothing physical. At the end of the day, y'all, this is going to tie into a lot of what Wes said on Bananas podcast, but this is a television show, and it's not scripted, according to Wes. It's not scripted. It's not rigged. But these people can do what they want to do. I don't care. Forget all that. Was Laurel's comment about Michelle before or after the fight the other week with Cara? Because at this point, she could keep distance from her. Stop trying to be... Point blank, period. I don't know if it's before or after. They never said. Either way, what Laurel said was still bitchy. But again, Michelle, that's another thing about Michelle. Why you want to be this bitch friend? Why does anybody want to be her friend? It has to be before the fight, because I don't think nobody is really fucking with Laurel after that Cara blow up, except for Kylan and I guess Jordan and Bananas. I can do my math quickly, because see, what I would do is do 370 plus 370 plus 370 and just add them all up. That's a 0. All the 7s is 21. So you put the 1 right there, carry the 2. That's 12. Was that 18? That's 2. So what's that? 2010. I ain't even see your answer, Dejan, until I figured it out. But that's 2010. But I understand I ain't never had to be in the rush of I'm getting ready to lose $1 million if I don't add this up real quick. But I don't know. I'm just a math person, and I'm not getting tripped up by no numbers. But anyway, Dejan, you cheated. How's it a race thing now? I don't know about, look, I'm not saying it's a race thing. I'm not saying she was doing it to Darrell because he's black. I'm just saying I know how, as a black woman, I know how the optics look. You're not going to tell me if Darrell would have stood up face to face and cussed Laurel out that y'all wouldn't be like, I know how it, I just know. Trust me, I know. I'm not saying that it's a race thing. That's what I'm saying. That's why Darrell had to keep his cool. It looks bad for a man to cuss a woman out, period. Nobody wants to see that aggression from a male to female, but they damn sure don't want to see no black man cussing no white woman out on national MTV television. I can guarantee you that. But anyway, let's get into what Wes was talking about. Wes got on Bananas podcast and he was being messy. The first thing Wes tweeted was a tweet about he on his way to do PR for House of Villains. Y'all know House of Villains starts up, I believe, this Wednesday or Thursday. I done lost my calendar, so I don't know for sure. But Wes was like, I'm not getting paid for this. Wes said, I'm not getting paid for this because other cast members already had it in a contract to get paid, but I'm still showing up. But I did Liz Bam 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 to be on season 3 of House of Villains. I said, Wes, you being messy. Because we done already seen the challengers go back and forth about not doing promo for season 40 because they weren't getting paid. And of course, hit dogs always holler. I don't care if they on crutches, if they just had a knee surgery. If you hit a dog, it's going to holler. And guess who was hollering in the tweets? Corey. Corey was hollering, Wes, you're whack for this. You didn't have to say that about this. Corey, you could have let that ride. He didn't call no names. We all know it was you and Amanda and somebody else talking about y'all ain't get paid. But Wes ain't called no names. He was being petty and he was being messy. But he did it because he knew somebody was going to get to hollering. And Corey, it was you. You should have let that tweet fly. You should just let it fly. Congratulations on House of Villains, whatever. You ain't have to say nothing. You could have kept scrolling. But not only did you not keep scrolling, not only did you not get in the comments and just say your comments, you did a quote retweet. I'm just saying. But anyway, Wes got on the podcast and said he felt that Laurel was only a good competitor because she's so big. And of course, Bananas, Laurel is his friend, was, had Laurel's back. Now let's discuss. Do we feel like Laurel is only a good competitor on the challenge because of her size? I hate to agree with Bananas, but I do agree with Bananas. I think Laurel is a very well-rounded challenger. I think she's smart. Um, I think she can be strategic. I think she's good at all of these carnival games, and her size has nothing to do with it. Yes, her size helps her be greater, but I think if Laurel was the same size as Kara, because I think Kara is a really like Laurel and Kara are here when it comes to the challenge women. Like if Laura was Rachel's size or Kara's size, I think she would still be equally as good at the challenge. Like, who knows how to row that damn circle teacup boat? She did it 2 seasons of the row and got first. Like, I agree. Size is not everything. Size is not everything. I think Laurel is just a good female challenger. I think her size is intimidating to other female challengers. They don't want to see her in elimination. They damn sure don't want to see her in any physical elimination. Now, if you put a puzzle out there, we done seen that purple jacket. No, the purple jacket ain't beat Laurel. That was Raven. But Laurel can be beat if it's not physical. But I don't know. I don't agree that her size makes her the best. I think it's intimidating to the women, but I think she's a good challenger all around. What else did Wes say in there? Wes also was talking about, he was kind of throwing jabs at Norris about he's over. Yeah, I know the crowd did help Raven and Michelle, but they asses still lost at the end of the day. Wes was talking about he's tired of the cast bitching about production on social media, and he feels like it's not going to help them get called back by doing the things that they're doing to production. And I mentioned that in the video. Wes, you been watching me? Because I said that a couple of weeks ago that, hell, if y'all want to get y'all contracts back, y'all need to quit cussing out y'all bosses on social media. And one thing that Bananas and Wes, I hate agreeing with, though I do love Wes. Norris, you weren't even there. Like, I can see Horacio saying whatever he got to say because he was in it. But Norris, you was watching Elimination from home like we watched it from home. You weren't there. So I mean, I understand standing up for your man, but did you retire too? Because see, Horacio can cuss out production and say whatever the hell he wants because he said, I ain't coming back. I don't want to do this show no more. But Norris, if this is still a gig you want to do, you should just let your man speak for himself. But I do like this season that the cast, I've noticed it a lot more this season because they used to do them Twitter spaces. I think they got in trouble for doing those Twitter spaces because they were talking too much. But instead of doing Twitter spaces, they're doing a lot of Instagram lives, I guess, because I don't know what it is about the Twitter space. I don't know if it, maybe because Kamisha was calling it the challenge after show, like they were calling it the after show because they would do the Twitter space right after the episode. I don't know, maybe production didn't like that, but a lot of the cast now are on their own Instagram pages talking about behind the scenes things on their Instagram lives. They are way more active this year on Twitter, which I like. It gives us something else to talk about because we're talking about the episodes and then we're talking about how they feel about it because we're hearing it from them. So I enjoy the cast piping up a little bit more, maybe not against production, but hell, beef with each other. But I do kind of feel like kind of save a little bit of something for the reunion. Don't put all the beef on Twitter. Save a little bit of it for the reunion. Anyway, that's the end of my notes. Oh, now I kind of want to show this one. It was a tweet where somebody in a tweet asked Laurel, who was she talking about when she was throwing that domestic abuse in Kara's face, allegedly? Because I'm gonna say allegedly, even though I do have a screenshot of the tweet, but because I can't put it up right now because I forgot to do the slideshow, it's gonna be alleged. Because people can't hack in people's Twitters or whatever. So somebody comments but put an ad on it to Laurel saying, who was you talking about, about the abuse? And they said, Laurel, were you talking about Abe? Laurel comments. I don't know if Laurel don't think people gonna look in the comments that deep. Now your girl Angie ain't doing it. I ain't going in all the comments looking for what the challengers are responding to. But some people have that kind of time, and they took screenshots of Laura responding saying, yes, she was talking about Abe in that argument on season 40. And she said something about Abe told allegedly. This look, I'm gonna put the screenshot up later. She said Abe told Kara said something to Abe, and Abe came back and said, if you don't do XYZ, I'm gonna light your dog on fire. And that, that touched my heart. I said, you better not touch my dog. You want to immediately be on and popping, mess with my son or mess with my dog. And it's immediately on and popping. And Laura was just saying that's the kind of evil stuff Abe would say to Kara to break her down, or to, I guess, get her to do the things he wanted her to do by putting those kind of threats out there. Now, again, that's all allegedly. That was all from a tweet that I saw on Twitter that Laurel did get in the comments and was commenting with the people. I don't know how real that is, so that's alleged. But I did see that go down on the Twitter as well. I'm telling y'all FBI Twitterers be in it. Let me go through the last few comments, and then I'm gonna get up off of here because I know the football game on. It's time for me to. I think I already lost in all my fantasy leagues. I just feel like throw all my football. I'm not playing football fantasy next year. Y'all hold me to that because I just be giving people my money. I ain't playing it no more. I do miss the after shows, but it's hard because, and I understand Kamisha's schedule, and Kamisha is a really, really, really hard worker because she does these podcasts and then she does her real job. But she will go live right after the show, and I'm not a real-time watcher. Like, I love streaming apps so I can turn it on when I feel like it. I love DVR so I can turn it on when I feel like it and fast forward. So I would never really watch the show live. So it was kind of hard for me. Didn't Horacio say Derek won on his podcast? I think I recall Horacio saying that him and Derek had a private viewing with production. They showed them the raw footage, and based on the rules and the raw footage, Horacio agreed that Derek won. And we're going to leave it at that because I really don't care. Horacio been gone. Do you think that's why Tori beat her in a hall brawl? Who? I don't even know. Please don't talk about Jenny. Hold on, Dabu. What is this? Road Rage West is my favorite challenger of all time. This man is one. Look, I do like West. Is he my favorite? I don't know if he's my favorite, but he's one of my favorites. I do like West. West did talk about, I didn't write that in my notes, about how Laurel hasn't had any growth. Like, she's still in that same mental space. And that's probably why people don't like her, because we looking at her like, girl, you 40 and you still acting like you 26. But anyway, that's one thing I want to say about West. I can see the growth of West from the beginning to now. So I always like West. I always like West. I didn't like the way he treated women sometimes, but I didn't like the way the men treated women. The old school challenge, they all treated the women like trash. So, but I have seen growth in a lot of challengers, and Let's just keep it moving because I don't want to talk about Laura the whole time. Let's just finish seeing what everybody's talking about and we're gonna move on. Okay, not Tori zipped up Jenny in a body bag. I'm not even about to go down that rabbit hole. Y'all already know how I feel. I just have a question. Okay, how are you going to do a reunion with 40 people on the stage? How are they gonna do DM Rocks? Look. Oh, y'all calling him rural. Oh, I thought y'all was saying I didn't know what y'all was saying because I thought that was an L. And I thought you was trying to say road rage. I don't know what Wes is on. So I'm not gonna put that comment up there, Dabu, because I don't know what that man got going on, but I don't think that's true. I don't know how they're not gonna have all 40 people on the stage. Period. Did Tina go home too soon to be invited to the reunion? Like, damn near Era One ain't gonna be on the stage. They just gonna have Rachel and Derek's knee because everybody else went home too soon. Like, they usually only invite back the people that have something they want to talk about. So maybe Tina was spicy enough to get called back, but a lot of people from Era One, I don't expect to see. The Averys of them all she don't have to come. She ain't got nothing to tell us. Tony can go ahead and stay at home. Hell, even at this point, Corey can stay his ass at home and he's still on the show. Hell, Corey might could win this thing and he could stay his ass at the crib. So they're gonna invite back the heavy hitters, Bananas. They're definitely gonna invite back Laurel and Cara. They might invite back CT just because he's CT, but I expect them to have maybe 20, half of the cast to be on the stage. We don't need to see all of them. We can go ahead and cancel KC's flight right now. Don't even book KC a flight. What does she need to sit on the stage for? She's not going to give us a good outfit, and she's still with Nani. Congratulations. We don't care. I mean, not saying we don't care, but as it pertains to the reunion, we don't care. So we'll see. Wait, I just said I was gonna put that up there because I don't want to be putting no alleged stuff. I know that's right. Don't mess with Luke and Angelo. And thank you so much for knowing my dog's name. I'll probably be yelling at him enough. He ain't up here. I need to hurry up and go downstairs and see what he's doing. Because he left from up here. At least Laurel clarified she was talking about Abe because Kyle's name has been getting dragged over this BS. I agree. But she clarified deep in the comments of somebody's tweet, and I don't know how many people saw that, but somebody did screenshot it and retweet it, and I'm sure if I saw it, everybody else saw it too. Yes, I'm a Laurel fan, but there has been very little growth. I agree. Hey, Charles, welcome back. Laurel is a nasty person, period, and she's only won one regular season. She only won one regular season before she won All Stars 4. Did she win one of them champs versus stars or something? I could have swore Laurel has won more than one. Y'all know I don't be knowing my challenge history. You have to go ask Drew. I don't remember. What Wes do to Davon? I don't forgot. What Wes did to Davon. That reunion is going to be a mess because I already told y'all half of Era 4 don't even need a flight. Theo, Olivia, y'all still go together. Great. We ain't got to talk to y'all. Norris and Horacio, stay y'all. Derek production cheated Horacio asses at home. We don't really got to see nobody from Era 4. Maybe Kylan. You know they're going to bring Josh ass out there. That's going to irritate me. Kylan, Josh, and Michelle. That's it. Everybody else from Era 4 could stay at home. Brad could go ahead and cancel Brad's flight right now. And while we're at it, let's not fly him out to nothing else. Laurel has the opposite of Is that a thing? I can see that being a thing, Charles, and I can agree. I can agree. Right, go ahead and book. Wait, no. When Norris got a no. Norris could stay. Norris went home first. Just go ahead and sit this one out. I don't even remember what Norris and Tina was fighting about. You must have meant Naya. What was Norris and Tina fighting about? Anyone, right? Anybody eliminated in the first 5 episodes, just don't even book them a ticket. We don't care if it's Anissa, CT. I don't care who it is. Mm-mm. I remember there was one challenger that put Laurel in her place back in the day, and Laurel was mute after that. I believe, was it Bailey? It was either Bailey Davon or Cam. I don't think it was Cam. But you're right. I can't remember who it was. It'll come to me later. Not too much, Charles. I will send you Laurel's address. What? Yeah, you meant Naya versus Tina, because what was Norris fighting with Tina? Yes, we all love Rachel. We're rooting for Rachel. She needs to hurry up and let it get to an individual game. Because Lord have mercy. I don't know what Rachel gonna do. She only won free. No, Cara won free agents. Was that free agents Cara won? Damn it. I ain't know. Y'all know I don't be remembering shit. I don't remember. Because Norris was doing all that barking about her. And that's why Norris don't need a flight. Because we don't give a damn. We gonna be done. Forget about the damn basketball hoop elimination they was in. That shit happened week 3. Mm-mm. I would love a Tori performance at the reunion like they did for what? I don't know what that means. Era 4 don't even need the Zoom calls. Ain't none of them got nothing to say that I care about. Not a thing. I only care about, as of right now, this Tina versus Naya. I want to know what's going down. You know they're gonna get into that Laurel versus Cara. Maybe a little bit of Laurel versus Michelle. I don't know. I really don't care about none of this. We need some more drama to happen. Okay, tell me what happened, and then I gotta get up off of here because I'm missing the football game. West versus Davon was draining because both players pride themselves on being social and strategic masterminds, and neither one of them are. West felt like Davon was acting, and I don't blame him. I don't even remember what happened. Okay, Laurel got 2 wins and 3. I thought Laurel won 2 times. I don't know. Who cares? You're right. I don't mind looking at Theo. You're right. But then Olivia got to come in. No, I don't care. They were bullying Cara and Laurel, checked Paula, and then Jen responded. Jen probably did get Laurel because that little Jen or that little Katie, they would gather Laurel. That's what see, and they canceled Jen from this season. Maybe they should have brought her back to get Laurel together. Laurel won free agents and All Stars 4. And Cara won vendettas and bloodlines. And y'all don't be counting them All-Stars wins, so really Cara better than Laurel. Y'all said Jen was Val. I don't remember. Hell, all of them was Val back in the day. It was Jen, Paula's friends, who yelled at Laurel for talking about Paula's body issues. I'm telling y'all ain't found the right one to drag Laurel. It's not that hard. Laura verbally assaulted Paula because Wes and Jen were physically assaulting Cara that season, but Jen forgot about all that. Hell, I forgot about all of it. I know Wes threw some pop over Cara's head, and I did not like that. And I remember Laurel stuck up for Cara, But the whole Jen and Paula thing, I don't recall. Not Latino Tyler Perry. I don't even know who that is, but I'm getting ready to get up off of here. I'm getting ready to get off of here. Wes has some racist fans that went after Davon to put a knee in Davon's face. I remember that. Is that why we mad at Wes? Because, I mean, even though that's my girl Davon, Black Queen, all of that, they all be yelling out that foolishness during physical eliminations. And didn't Davon turn around and win? She told that girl up. I ain't gonna get mad at Wes over that, but okay, but let me get off of here. I gotta go check on my fantasy team. Shout out to Charles. He has a new product called the damn it, Charles, I'm gonna say it wrong. You know I'm gonna say it wrong. I know I got the good old white grape oil. That's my new number one. But he has one with hemp in it. And I'm going to say the name wrong. If Charles can put it in the chat real quick before I forget. But check out Charles Warren Presents. Hemp seed recovery oil. Thank you. Thank you. That's pushing up on my white grape. Y'all all know I have bad knees. I just call it for what it is. Some days my knees hurt, some days they don't. And whenever my knees do hurt, I rub some of that white grape or hemp oil on my knees and immediate relief. And it really does help me in my day-to-day. So please check out his products. They do work. And I ain't gonna put all his business in the street, but just follow him on TikTok or Instagram, and you will see all of the people that give testimonials, and not just his friends like me, but like big name celebrities, like big name reality stars are reaching out to him wanting the products. Like, these really work. So I don't want people to be like, oh, that's just your friend, so you saying it. I want y'all really to follow him and see for yourself and try it out for yourself. It really does work. And with that all being said, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I love all of you all for supporting me as well. And I'm about to get out of here and relax. Look out for Real Housewives of Potomac tomorrow. I'm gonna watch that tonight. And so until tomorrow night, I'll holla. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.